Welcome to the Purpose Podcast. I am your host, Gabe.
And I'm your host, Josh.
And today is March 5th, 2026. And you're going to be seeing this on Monday, the 9th. And also, this is also going to be our 10th episode.
Yeah, double digits.
We are making it. We're getting there.
Uh,
And today's quote, I actually got it out of the Bible. And it says from Matthew 23:11, but he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. And you might know the guy who said it. It was Jesus. And I hope you know who I hope you know who it
uh-huh.
is. But it
The,
also that means that the best leaders not only leads, but they also serve you. I'm sorry I cut you off there, Josh.
oh no, you're the greatest speaker of all time.
Well, I know Jesus is. Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about? Today's subject day is over social media and the impact of it on our daily lives. So I tasked myself with the negative impacts, and I tasked Josh with finding the positive impacts, and then we'll discuss it. But today, I got is that social media is really became a distraction. For example, let's say I'm reading the Bible or doing like a Bible study or something. It seems like I get more notifications, or I may get more of a need to scroll on my phone instead of actually reading. And the constant scrolling or notifications popping up reduce our discipline, focus, and productivity, and it becomes a habit. Not only this, but we also can see that there is insecurity problems. Galatians 6:4, but let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoiced in himself alone and not in another. My interpretation of this is that people need to do their own thing and be proud of it. Instead, people look for what others do because social media highlights other people's lives. It leads to feelings of jealousy and envy. Our confidence sometimes gets weakened and our self-worth is damaged because we people might be showing on their social media they got this, and this happening in their life, and it's not happening in ours. So we kind of see areas where we feel left out or we feel that they're more ahead in life than we are, basically.
Right.
And to piggyback on this insecurity, we can also see attention seeking behavior. We see that others are getting a lot of likes, or maybe they're starting to make money off their content. So instead of doing our own thing, we will try to replicate it out of insecurity. And the media rewards things like views, likes, follows, and it teaches the chase of validation instead of being authentic to ourselves, which also promotes pride. Another influence is negative trends and values. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And that came out of Proverbs 16:25. People set behaviors. People get behaviors influenced by language and attitudes that become popular, but it reflects their values and beliefs. And we see this a lot on TikTok. I've seen so many trends that reflect dirty minds and negative behaviors. For example, various dancing trends they play with music that have vulgar and inappropriate mouths with sexualized dancing. And this gives the younger people the wrong influences. And oddly enough, I've seen Amish females do this. And I honestly, I'm asking a genuine question here. How in the world are they even getting the phones to do these dances?
That's a good question.
But think about it. How, they don't believe in technology or nothing. So how they getting the phones to even do these dances?
That's that blows your mind.
But Josh, what impacts did you get?
um positive impacts, right?
Yes.
Okay. Social media has a huge positive. It can have like I think you did good explaining all the negative impacts,
Hmm.
but it can also have some positive impacts though. And whatever social media you use, some of the most popular ones are TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram. We see how everyone's living their lives. We see everyone's opinions on different topics, and it can impact us positively. We're able to connect to everyone, and we keep in touch with friends and family. And sometimes social media can help us find opportunities. You know, if you're looking for a job, you'll probably see an advertisement on Facebook. If you're looking for ways to, if you're looking for something to cook, you can go to TikTok and find many recipes. Um, so it gives us opportunities to explore and gives us information about whatever we're trying to find. You know, if you're about to go out on a date with this person and you don't know them, you can look them up. Um, if you don't know what this person does for a living, you can look them up,
Hmm.
and it's a good way to connect and to grow and to find out different people. And it can also positively impact you because um, there's many Christians,
Hmm.
especially pastors and worship
Oh, for
bands.
sure. And you can
They,
connect with them.
yeah, they have social media, and you can follow them. You can like, comment, subscribe. There could even be a possibility they could you could follow them. They could follow you. You never know. And you can follow with them. You know, maybe if you wasn't able to catch the live stream on Sunday, you can find little clips of it here and there. And just something if you're having a bad day and you scroll and you see something uplifting, you know, it can kind of uplift you. And some posts can bring you closer to God. Some posts can make you question. And it's just a way to connect you with people, connect you with God, and connect you with things that help you draw closer to God.
Oh, I dropped my pen. Give me a second. But oh yeah, I agree 100%. I believe if we can harvest social media as a positive tool, it can do a lot of good. But at the same time, these bad things can turn into something negative.
Uh-huh.
You know, if let's say that let's say you're helping people, you start getting a following, and about a year, you get so much pride because you're helping other people. The good thing that you were doing turns into something bad. It turns into you doing things for your own pride instead of helping the other people. So it just we just have to make sure that we turn it into something good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen so many people get in trouble by the use of social media.
Yeah. Because it can definitely have its downs, but it's definitely got its ups.
It does. It's like everything else in the world.
Yeah. There's
We can't.
always a good side and a bad
Mhm.
side.
We can't really take. We don't need to take advantage of things.
Right.
If you're gonna do something, we need to do it for the good. Go in it with good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where a lot of people mess up, and everybody and nobody's perfect. Everybody, nobody's perfect, and everybody makes mistakes. So um, it happens. We just got to try our best to not make it bad, and always keep a good heart to it, and always show our Christian value.
Right.
And this kind of goes into my next thing, and your social media, your platform can also be your pulpit. Your social media needs to reflect your character and values. It should speak truth and purpose into other lives. Because as Christians, we're supposed to plant seed in someone else's life, in someone else's life. In 1 Corinthians 3:6, it states, I have planted, Apollos watered, and God gave the increase. If your platform shows Christian values and motivation, then you're planting a seed in someone's life, and when it's planted, then God can build their faith. It should reflect how you want others to perceive you. Do you want people to think that you're drama or attention seeking or maybe even a gossiper? Because we really see that, you can really see that on Facebook. And
Uh,
I am guilty of going on Facebook just to see what's going on. I'm guilty of it.
if
Everybody's
I
guilty
am
of it.
too. I think we all are.
And we are. Or do you want people to think that you're a good Christian person who wants to build others up while also building your own faith? Like I said before, use social media as a tool to share your relationship with Jesus Christ and while others should join in. Use it for the good and not the evil.
Exactly. I think that was very good using your social media as your platform.
Mm-hmm.
Because as Christians, it's important that we give the Jesus glow. We
Mm-hmm.
shine like Jesus would shine. And if we post bad stuff or vulgar stuff on social media, people's going to see it and then they're going to
Yep.
assume things about us. Versus if we share motivational, uplifting um, scriptures, they're going to see that side of you.
Well,
That
let me ask just one more question here, and it's just when your back is turned, do you want people to say, you know, man, you see what he posted the other day? It was just like it was just horrible, and he's just cussing up a storm. He was talking crap and just all this other stuff. Or would you rather him say, man, he handled that situation really well. He just I loved what he posted the other day. It kind of gave me inspiration throughout the day.
Yeah,
Which one? Like you gotta
you would want the second one.
exactly.
You want that. You want people to think good about you because we're representing Christ, so we want to be seen as good.
Hmm.
And when I was thinking about social media, I was thinking about how we are the most disconnected, connected society
Oh yeah, for sure.
that the world's ever seen, and it kind of led me to the feeling of loneliness. And coming from personal experiences, um, like I said earlier, social media can be good for keeping in touch with friends and family, and keeping in touch with friends in particular can be good and can be bad. And I often look back at my high school days and remember the multiple weekends when I would watch my friends' lives from the other side of the screen. And the hangouts, the parties, the bonfires, the late night drives, even the going out to eat. Um, just seeing everyone out together while you was at home gave you this very lonely feeling. And every social media platform had them on there. They would make the TikToks, they would post the stuff on their private stories on Snap, they would post the Instagram posts, and you would see it. And not you wouldn't see just them, but you would also see other people that you wasn't even friends with, but you would see them out living their lives with their friends, doing all this fun stuff. And the loneliness would be very overwhelming.
Mhm.
And yeah, the likes on your post that you get, they're nice. The comments, they make you feel good. Um, the views are good. The 900 friends on Instagram make us seem like we have all these people,
Mhm.
but deep down, you don't really have no one. You have maybe like a handful at the most. And the likes, the views, the comments doesn't exactly feel what the love, the inclusion, the connection, the warmness, and the feeling of being understood can feel. And like I said earlier, we're the most connected, disconnected society. And I'm gonna point out two verses, one from Psalms 27:10. When my father and mother forsake me, then the Lord will take care of me. And I'm not using that verse because my mother and father did me bad. They're the best parents that I could ever ask for. So shout out to Dawn and Calvin if you're listening. I'm not saying that in a bad way about my parents. But you can use that for you can use it for friends, for example. And when I'm using this verse, I think of the closest relationships that you think you have, they can fail you. And another verse that I'm going to use comes from Deuteronomy,
Geronimo.
chapter 31, verse 6. And it says, Be strong and of good courage. Do not fear nor be afraid of them, for the Lord your God, He is the one who goes with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you. And to me, that verse says, no matter how lonely you feel, um, no matter how lonely you feel seeing other people live their lives and party with friends, know that you're never alone and that Jesus is always there. He's the faithful friend that will never leave you. And I'm always here and I'm your friend. So,
Whenever you told me he was going to do loneliness, I kind of thought of how social media kind of just disconnects us in a different way. I kind of thought of how we text people all the time, we FaceTime, or I'm talking when I was younger. You know, you text them all the time and you'd FaceTime and all this other stuff. But then once you ever got in person, like you couldn't speak to them because you don't really have face to
yeah,
face interactions.
you never
It was
have that
constant.
human interaction.
Exactly. It was constant, you know, thumbs on the screen
Uh-huh.
kind of thing instead of, actual like in communication in person, face to face.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. And I think that also leads to loneliness because people don't know how to have a meaningful relationship. And I mean that in a way of relationship with friends, uh, maybe enemies, maybe even if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend. I mean, it just it leads to disconnect in communication and not just, like you said, feeling loneliness because people going out and doing stuff and leaving you behind. Is also There's also the having to learn how to have that face to face conversation also.
Uh-huh. And it's hard whenever you're used to texting. You're not
Oh yeah,
used to
for
talking to
sure.
people. It's very,
It creates awkward people.
yeah.
And I've been trying to get my show a little bit. I mean, I'm more of a talker now than I used to be. I used to be like just like sit in the corner not talking to buddy.
Oh yeah, me too. I take it all in. I just never would tell it to people.
So Josh, what are some ways that you feel like you can also improve like your social media usage or however?
Mm. I feel like with my social media, I can use it more with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of sharing brain rot or just using it to scroll, I can use it with purpose. I can share motivational things. I can share Bible verses, clips of preachers, spread the gospel, obviously. Um, make people online feel more loved, especially if you know they're going through a difficult time. Be the person that uplifts them, and pray before posting because you never know what you post. You never know what somebody is going through that might see
Or
that.
even how they perceive it.
Yeah, and so I think it's very good to start praying before you post, so that way it can reach who it needs to reach, and that it comes off in a way that needs to come off.
The ways I kind of thought of, I got five things that I just jotted down. And one of the things was I said cut back on social media usage because I
Mm.
do kind of see myself just hours of just scrolling, scrolling,
Oh yeah, for
scrolling.
sure.
And I've also I did go on my YouTube and I unsubscribed to everybody who I felt like could lead me astray.
Hmm.
No, my second thing I wrote down was spend more time reading my Bible because I do feel like I don't read it enough, and that's nobody's fault but mine. Three is spread more motivation through my social media, and if y'all ever go follow me on X, and I do post a lot of stuff on there, and I've started ever since I started writing this, I started trying to write more on there. Four, I want to try to connect more with people who are lost,
Hmm.
and I kind of saw that today.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, I was on X, there's a lot of fun conversations you can have on there. But I commented on a post that said abortion is not health care, it's murder. And I said speak louder for people in the back, and apparently that was just wrong. And it just got to where I said I told them to have a blessed have a blessed day, and they told me I had evil ways, and I was in their thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, there's definitely good and bad out there, and that I think what you posted was the good and what they posted was the bad. But we'll definitely pray for that person.
And I also, my fifth one was that I want to show more Christian value in everything I do.
Yeah, exactly. I think those are some good ways that we can do better.
Yeah, we always got to strive to do better.
Hmm.
It's one of the things that I feel like is any goal for any Christian is to always don't ever settle for how you think you are how you think you are right now. Always strive to do better. Always strive to be the best person you can for somebody, and always strive to make make someone's day, and that might just that be planting a seed for them to say, hey, that person's a Christian. They go to church.
Hmm.
They're really nice people. Maybe I need to give that a try.
And I liked your point about reading the Bible more
Mm-hmm.
and being less on social media. Because I know for me personally, that's a big struggle of mine. Because I can scroll endless hours on TikTok. And so there's some TikToks that will have Bible verses where it might be a clip of somebody preaching and all. And yeah, that's good, but it's not the same as getting in your word and actually reading the word for yourself. But it seems to be a problem whenever I actually do open the Bible and all.
Mm-hmm.
And because your mind tells you it's okay to scroll for hours on TikTok, but then once you open the Bible, it's like you have a time limit.
Yeah, you start thinking, man,
Yeah.
I can
And
go do this.
uh-huh.
I can go wash my truck, even though that don't happen.
So that's definitely a struggle for myself as well.
I feel like that's a I think I feel like that's a good note to leave off on. I thought this was a good discussion because I feel like a lot of people have to do struggle through this.
Uh-huh.
So, like we normally say in every podcast, I hope anybody listening takes what they can from this episode, and I hope they kind of get some influences into their lives. They try to do better, just like how we're going to be trying to do. There are ways to improve, but if you're on Apple Podcasts, make sure to go like and subscribe on YouTube. When you're on YouTube and you got any Apple product, make sure to go and follow us on Apple Podcast. And
Yes.
I'm gonna give you a challenge, like every other week. Make sure you tell others about the podcast, and make sure they tell other people about it, so we can build our following,
Hmm.
and also keep seeking your purpose.